Okay, welcome everyone on YouTube and also everyone on Zoom. So we're gonna start our breakdown in a couple more minutes. But yeah, literally this is the only reason I took out this position. I knew that this issue will occur as soon as we get the 1 o'clock open, because like this candle loves grabbing liquidity. So whatever this candle does, honestly, I'm not even going to see that as a confluence. So honestly, I just want this candle to kind of like push down and just grab liquidity. That's all I'm interested in. Some sort of like liquidity grab. And then after that, we can start looking for our real setups. They should start playing out as well. Just quickly let me just quickly input some risk on our MetaTrader 5. Quickly, man, give me a second. 17.6%. Look at that, guys. I'm being creative now. Starting in a bit. Okay, cool. Let's go to magic keys. 0.3, 0.6, 7%, 0.7%. Okay, cool. How many people? Yeah, I need to send the link to 2 more people. I just remembered now. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Okay, let's start our breakdown now. Just want to give 2 more minutes for the people that are just joining, because I know another 2 people are joining. So I just want to give them another 2 minutes, and then let's start our analysis. If you guys have a cam, you guys can turn on your cam. More than welcome to. You guys are allowed to do that. Man, Shiba just done some crazy damage, honestly. Did anyone here buy Shiba? Oh no, 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 no. Basically, so I have like a family friend. She does like Forex and crypto like full time. She's got like millions in capital in Forex as well, and then she's doing really great crypto as well. She told me, she was like, Daniel, buy Shiba, and she gave me another coin as well. I was like, okay, I'll buy it, and then I just got lazy and I forgot about it, and and I told one of my friends to buy it as well, because like I trust her. I was like, if she said it's going up, trust me, like she does so much research, like she knows her stuff. And then I told my friend to buy it, and my friend bought it, and I didn't buy it, unfortunately. And next day I see Shiba just zoom rocketed. I was like, oh no, why? It's always me, man, I swear. But she's given me another coin now. I'm gonna buy that today after our session. But I can't really reveal the coin.
Come on, share the info, share the info.
Hey, start. You know what? I can tell you the first word. It's called. I don't know if I want to say. It's okay. I'll tell you the first word that it starts with. It starts with a C. After that, I can't say too much. You have to figure out. You get 3 guesses. If you guess right, there you
Is
go,
it
my
the
friend.
obvious one?
I mean,
Not Cardano, right?
if it was the obvious one, everyone would be on it. So yeah, it's not the obvious one. You
Wait,
can't
what
get on
happened?
Binance. You can only get on Trust Wallet. So there's a coin that I'm looking to invest in because someone told me to, and trust me, she
Mhm.
knows her stuff, right? So what do you guys think the coin is? It starts with a C. It's not on Binance. It's on Trust Wallet.
The fucking cum coin?
No, no way. I don't know what that is. Well,
Oh
you know
no,
what, guys?
that's it for real.
I'll tell you guys
Yeah.
after the YouTube stream is done.
Deal.
She said life changing opportunity it can be, so I'll trust her and I'll invest in it. I'm wanting to cash my Shiba. Yeah, I actually got Shiba all the way from down, but I've only had like a little bit of money in there, just $100, so it's not really gonna make me much, to be honest. But I've had Shiba for like time now, a long time. Like when the first boom started to happen, the first big boom with Shiba, I caught that as well, and I never cashed out. So imagine my profits are all the way from down there. So I'm happy. I'm a happy man. Okay, guys, let's start our analysis now. I've sent the link to everyone, and we did give them some time to join in. So yeah, let me show you guys what I'm looking for on gold. So if we quickly go down to the weekly, right? Let me just quickly just remove all of this writing that I have on the screen. Okay, look, let's quickly go down to the weekly and let's check this. All right, so all of these annotations that I've got, so obviously this is on the 30-minute time frame, the D ones are on the daily time frames, and then obviously rest of them are on the weekly, right? So guys, look, literally we understand one thing on the weekly, right? So first of all, look, I've got the markups, right? So we have been within this uptrend, right? So I can even show you on the other chart. Look, we've been in a very, very aggressive uptrend, like literally from this point on. We understand that this was the last point on, like where we kind of like did get those pullbacks from this area, literally right here. And then as soon as we kind of like broke out of this area, we started our uptrend, and it was very aggressive as well, but it was not in a sustainable manner. So due to that, we kind of had to like correct this all the way back down, right? But we do understand another thing, the correction was very sustainable. It was in a wavy structure, forming new low lows and low highs. At this point, we understand there was liquidity in the market, price was retesting key areas, and then obviously making new structure to the downside. So it was sustainable. But then guess what's happened now? You gotta understand, where was the first sort of structure which we created before, like starting this uptrend? The structure was all the way down here. So if we go and like we look at the lows of the structure, literally look, this is where you got the break, then you got your pullback, and then from here you started to kind of like form that pullback, and then after that formed another support on top of this structure here, and then from there you got a very explosive move up, right? So the most relevant structure will be this one here. So this is the low of the structure, and look, the amount of times we kind of like tried breaking below this structure, forming a double bottom over here, and then another rejection which was like, you know, previously. So we understand that this is very strong area at this point now, and is holding, and we are on an uptrend on gold as well. So the only thing that we've done is kind of like just retrace back a little bit, some sort of pullback on a higher time frame. So like if you go down to monthly, it's not even going to be that massive, the pullback. See, it's not that big at all. Look how massive the uptrend is, and this is kind of just like, it looks like a consolidation, right? So at this point we understand that we have just been in some sort of correction phase, and now looking at gold, look what gold is starting to do. It's starting to form higher highs and higher lows again. Look, this is your low, and then the next low is all the way up here. So let's quickly go back to the breakdown I did. Let's see what else do I have over here. Okay, yeah, again, see, as I said, BOS failed, break of structure failed, third attempt. Look at that first structure formed, and start off the aggressive uptrend, correction in a sustainable way. We understand that as well now. And so I think this is pretty much what we have on the weekly. Let's go down to the daily now, kind of like start chopping down the relevant price action that we have on the daily time frame. Okay, so let's see. Okay, there you go. We have a lot of stuff on the daily time frame. We have some stuff on the 4 hour that we got to watch out for as well. So now looking at the daily time frame, I have the previous candles. I've looked into the previous candles as well, right? So look at this candle, what this candle done. It basically pullback expected but failed to form a bottom wick. So why was the pullback expected? Because this previous candle formed a new high. So at this point, when you form a new high, again, if it's going to move in a sustainable way, it needs to form a pullback, some sort of like, you know, bottom wick. At that point, we can kind of go back up to retest the highs. So look, it failed to form a bottom wick, and then the next one kind of like faked this whole previous candle out because there was no bottom wick, right? So at this point now, we came all the way down, had a pullback to the recent previous support, which was all the way down there, right? And then after that, we got a massive rejection again, and then the bias took control. At this point, look, what the current the previous daily candle done was it respected the support, and we kind of formed some sort of double bottom here as well. And we understand how strong that is. Double bottoms are so strong, right? We understand as soon as we form something like that, buyers just take control. And at this point, we understand now the buyers have taken control, right? So now let's see what's happening. At this point, we kind of like went straight into this resistance level that we have over here. This is an area that I've actually got marked up, and then from there we kind of had some sort of rejection. But at this point now, is this really a rejection? Or something like this? I would not consider this a rejection, more like a pullback. Again, you tapped into an area, it needs to pull back, kind of like find a support. So then look, it tapped into this current support that we have, and then after that we got another explosive move up, right? Kind of like breaking the highs as well. So at this point now, we need to understand one thing, guys. Looking at the current daily candle at this point, right, we need to understand, okay, the bottom wick that we have, is it really sustainable though? But again, we can understand the previous candle did the pullback as well, and then this is kind of when the candle opened. So we understand that we did get a pullback. So at this point now, we kind of just need to play the game of probability and understand what's the probability. Is the probability of us forming a bottom wick higher compared to the probability of us kind of like going all the way up to this resistance? Which move is going to come first? So that's where we kind of like chop down to lower time frames, right? See what the structure is doing. Okay, now when we go down to the 4 hour, we understand that this was actually your first attempt now to kind of like form that bottom wick. As soon as it tapped into this area, which is an area of relevance, right? You have a resistance as well as a support area here. You got a massive rejection. Look at this rejection, man. This is a massive rejection on the 4 hour candle. Something like this literally pushed up about 82 pips. So at this point, we understand we did attempt to form a bottom wick, but we failed. And so now we understand what the probability is. The probability is on buying side at this point, right? So at this point, we can understand we might want to go up to the resistance level and maybe drop afterwards. So that's kind of what I'll be looking to cash in on buyers today. That's why I actually had an entry all the way from down here as well. I had a lot of confluences. And even if you go down to the left, look, I've got this area marked. And if you go down to the left, look at that. This was the same area where we got massive rejection from to the top side, and as well as the downside. So this is a very strong area. As we can see, this area does hold. It does hold, and this is your 4 hour pullback area. This is where I cashed in those thingy from, right? Those buys from on the 1 minute time frame. And even if you go down quickly to the 30 minutes now, we can see another thing. Look at this. I've got 2 questions here. 2 things are going to happen. So this is when I did my analysis. So price was all the way down here. As you guys can see, I got the entry from here. This was the 2 questions I was asking. will this area turn into a pullback area, or will this zone turn into support? So I was kind of like asking a question: are we going to start rejecting from this area to start pushing all the way down to form a new high? But look, even on the 30-minute, you had your first attempt to form a bottom wick, so we did have an attempt at this point, right? And then again, now this area is starting to turn into some sort of support area, so I am very, very bullish on gold, guys. Honestly, that's why I cashed in on some one buy position here. I had a lot of confidences to the top side. If I show you guys on the 1 minute what I was looking at, literally I saw this, right? I was like, okay, let price pull back a little bit, and then I was like, okay, where is the most significant area on the 1 minute time frame where I can get pullback to? I even went back on the 30 minutes to kind of like look at some sort of areas, right? I was like, okay, look, this is a support area right here. Let's see. It's also the resistance area right here. Let's see, maybe there's some sort of, this is some sort of area of significance on a lower time frame. And then I saw literally price was coming all the way down. I was like, okay, look, one test here, second test here. Both times we had some sort of rejections. Looking to the left as well, again another rejection. I was like, okay, let me just mark up a line here and see if we start to turn this into a pullback area. And then at that point, this whole move down becomes a correction. And then as soon as I started to see this candles starting to exhaust, I took a very nice entry here and kind of like cashed in this whole move. I'll show you guys the entry as well. It was such a nice entry. It was actually a sniper entry. Look at that. See this, right? Literally, if I take this out, look, literally caught the entry all the way from down here. Such a sniper entry, because you saw like literally price was coming down. So many attempts to form a new low, started to exhaust, bias to control, engulfing everything to the left. Took an entry here, took out the entry right there because the NY open was approaching. So obviously I was just being safe, right? And honestly, at this point, guys, with this NY open, usually you do understand it likes to grab a lot of liquidity, right? Or sometimes it just stays very stable. So if it stays stable and we start forming highs at this point now, I want to see some sort of retest of this structure here, this resistance that we have on the 30 minutes at this point, right? With the 130 approaching, so we have news coming up as well, so just keep that in your mind. The wicks are not going to be very massive. There will be volatility to one side, so that's kind of what I'm looking to cash in on. I want to see some sort of nice close above this, kind of like start to clear this area. This is the last area we have. You can see price started to form new lows from this area, right? This became that pullback area to kind of like attempt. This was like where we started to push down from. So I want to see now, are we going to start clearing this, kind of like start forming some sort of support here, and then we can take it all the way back up to that daily resistance level. So we have this nice range to the top side. But let's say now, if we form some sort of double bottom here, this is our first rejection. And let's say we was to form another rejection here. At that point, as soon as we start clearing 1801, I'm looking for those pullbacks to 1801. Another massive bearish candle, I'm taking it all the way down, literally all the way down. At that point, it's coming all the way down and it's breaking those daily lows to potentially form another low, right? So I'm going to secure profits just literally where the daily lows are. So either way, it can work out. But yeah, guys, look at that now. It's just pushing straight back up. So bullish. Gold is so bullish. Look at this beast, man. So bullish. And honestly, it makes a lot of sense why it's bullish. Like, all the confluences are there for it to be bullish. There's nothing that's screaming sells. Everything just says buys. The weekly needs to create a wick, upper wick. It needs to go up a little bit. Kind of like at least retest the previous weekly wick, right? Which is all the way up there. And then if we start breaking this, look where the next resistance is. It's literally up here. We got another couple pips to the top side after this, literally to the top side of the range. We got like 100 pips, so we can definitely see that this could be one of our like main final targets all the way up to 29. I can see that happening today. But yeah, honestly, good range to the top side as well as the downside. And again, are we really expecting any sort of pullbacks today? For me, not really. I would not be looking for any sort of pullbacks because news will kick in about another 10 minutes. And you know when the news will kick in, you're not getting any sort of pullback. So I'm looking to take it either way with the volatility. But we'll wait for the news to kick in first. We'll wait for the first 5 minutes for the volatility to just, settle down a little bit. And then after that, we'll look to execute on a nice position. So again, at this point now, we need to understand where can we get the rejections from. So we understand we have some sort of resistance area around here. Looking to the left, look, we did literally get price pushing all the way up to this area. And then from there, we got a massive rejection to the downside, right? So we do understand that this area does hold. It is some sort of rejection area up here. But when we do kind of like break out of this area, so first retest was all the way up to 1810, and then from 1810 we started to pull all the way back to pretty much 1805. From there we formed a support here as well, and then kind of like broke out of the support. So we do need to keep this in our mind as well. And honestly, if we do start clearing 1810, at that point we're coming all the way to the top side of this resistance. And you gotta understand, this was around half two as well. This was a very volatile session. Half two, that's your NYSE open. So if we fail to break this during NYSE open, at that point this becomes a very strong area that we want to keep in our mind. So let's see how it plays out. At this point we're getting very nice push up, very nice push up. And if I did hold this trade, my TP would have been hit literally right there. I had an entry all the way from down there. Look how beautiful this entry was. Took out my entry here. If I did hold this, I'll be up like another 32 pips. Amazing stuff. Okay, everyone watching on YouTube, do you guys have any questions for us? But man, I can really see gold pushing up today, like massive push today. It needs to literally do everything now, because look, you gotta understand, the whole week it's done nothing, literally nothing. It's just been ranging. Yesterday we had some sort of clean price action, but again it didn't do much. So it needs to do something today, at least to the top side of the range. I can see that being hit. As soon as we start clearing these highs over here that we have formed on the previous weekly candle, which is literally right here, at that point we're actually coming all the way to the top side, and we can kind of like see where the next rejection was from. So the next rejection was literally all the way up here, right? So you have another 50 pips. As soon as we start clearing this, you have another 50 pips to the top side. And once you clear this wick, you're coming all the way up, literally all the way to this resistance. So if you can clear 1818 after clearing like 1813, at that point resistance is getting tapped. Because even though we don't have like a very large bottom wick on the daily candle, look, there is a nice wick on the weekly candle. And as I mentioned earlier, right, you gotta understand another thing. Look, literally previous candle had some sort of pullback, and then at this point now, as soon as you got the pullback, you got the open, there was some sort of bottom wick. And then if you go on the other broker, obviously the bottom wick is a little bit smaller compared to this broker. But yeah, that's all it is. It's just issues with brokers, that's about it. So the bottom wick is there. I'm just looking for those buyers today, honestly. With news kicking in, we got another, yeah, we can literally easily push up to 1813 today, easily. But again, you're looking for those pullbacks now. Where can we get those pullbacks from? Looking at the structure on the 4 hour, we can see we have been getting some sort of pullbacks from this area. This has been some sort of area where we get those pullbacks from. Literally 3 times we actually had pullbacks. I would definitely mark this area here though, the 4 hour. Yeah, most definitely I would look to see a pullback from, if we can see a pullback from 1809, some sort of nice pullback. Let's see, where can we expect the pullback to be? Yeah, like if we can see a nice pullback literally back to this area right here on the 30 minutes, this area that we have. If we quickly go down to the minute time frame at this point now, yeah, honestly, literally if you can get a pullback to this area 1802, and then after that just take it all the way back up. Even if you see a nice pullback now, we can literally take it all the way back up to 1809. I want to see the pullback now though, before our session opens, because we got another 6 minutes left, and then we're gonna start taking our trades. Yeah, if we can get a pullback, this will be my buy area right here. As soon as I see some sort of massive bullish candles printing within this area here, this will be my buy area right here. Oof, look at the volatility to the top side. Even at this point now, where is it rejecting from? Let's quickly check. Where is this candle rejecting from? Let's do some investigation. Is there some sort of area of significance? Let's see. Where is it rejecting from? Okay, so it's actually rejecting from this area. So previously this was actually a resistance area. Look at that on the 4 hour, right? We actually got a very nice rejection from this area. So even if price starts going up from here, most definitely, if this candle starts to engulf everything to the left, this can be a very nice area to kind of like take it back up. Yeah, I think from here we can start forming up new highs at this point. Something like this, keeping the stop below this, and then kind of like take it all the way back up. But again, we got news kicking in another 4 minutes. So something like this right now, I want to be super careful because news can wake us up very easily. So yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So far everything looks good. We got the pullback at this point as well, and I think from here we're gonna go straight to 1809. Let's see what happens with the news though. Has anyone taken any sort of positions so far, or everyone waiting for news?
I entered at 1803.70, secured 1-to-1, and it literally rejected now from my break even, but it didn't hit it, so I'm good.
Also, is that your runner then at this point?
Yes.
Nice. Great, man, great. Let's just see what happens with the news, man. That's what I'm interested in seeing. So I'm expecting those massive moves to the top set today. Honestly, everything is screaming gold's gonna go up. Everything, literally everything. And so at this point now, because we're at all-time high, all we can do is literally go down to the lower time frames and see where we can expect those pullbacks to form. So we can expect one pullback here. At this point, look, why I would not execute on something like this is because the volatility is just not there yet. And you got another new 30-minute candle opening in literally like 3 minutes. And also news is kicking in. But as soon as we start to form another sort of like double bottom here at this point now, kind of like massive rejection from this area, I'm executing on a buy position, literally. Yeah, this can be a buy area for me, and then the next area is down there. So we got two buy areas that I'm looking at this point now. This will be one of my buy areas, a nice entry from here, nice rejection to the top side. Otherwise I want to see some sort of pullback to this area, but for us to kind of like capitalize on those sells, I want to see at least this structure break, to be honest, because we've not really tapped into anything significant, have we? Let's quickly just check if we tapped into anything significant. At that point we can look to see maybe, yeah, this can turn into that, you know, turning point sort of area. Okay, yeah, this is a pullback area, this is not a rejection area. Even looking to the left, this is just a pullback area, literally. Again, pullback area, not a rejection area. Yeah, price doesn't really reject from this area a lot though. It is kind of like a pullback area though. So yeah, literally just expecting pullbacks at this point, no rejections at the moment. So yeah, I'm happy with this, honestly. Let's go back to the 1 minute time frame and see what's forming at this point. Can we get some sort of deeper retest? This is where the structure is. These are your structure lows as well.
I hope no one's holding anything in gold right now.
Oh, no way.
There's about to be some good volatility with the news.
For sure.
Even if the numbers come out like what they expect are really weak, I still think that it's going to be some volatility.
Yeah, gold will go crazy, man, for real. Man, I want to see some sort of nice rejections to the top side, and I'm going to execute on a buy position. I want to see a nice rejection. Kind of like secure 50% and let the rest do some damage. There we go. Can we see a nice rejection from this point on now? It's pushing down at this point. It's pushing down. You're getting a nice drop down right now. So let's see what happens. If it starts to... Ooh! Gold! You are so brutal. Look at this. Oh, gosh.
Trying to get a hold of the numbers here, but nothing's loaded.
Bro, let's see. I was focusing on the charts. Has it loaded for you?
The charts or the news?
Still loading for me.
Oh yeah, I'm on
It's not
investing.com. Forex Factory. Yeah. So unemployment is good. Advanced GDP is weak.
Bro, I'm gonna use the next candle as a stop loss to take it back up, because I'm not using this as a stop loss. But look at this rejection. My gosh. We're about to fly to the top side. I want to see what the bottom wick is on the next candle, and at that point I'm taking a position to the top side. Literally. Yeah, this candle looks good. I want to see nice push to the top side at this point now. Just one tiny position here.
Wow,
Honestly,
what a rejection.
yeah,
I'm now
bro.
seeing that.
I'm literally catching a buy from here, but first I want to see a form of upper wick, because it might just be forming an upper wick to start pushing down again, right? And this can
Yeah,
just
but
be a correction as well. It can literally start pushing down again. So I want to see, now it's formed the upper wick. At this point now, if we see volatility to the top side, I'll execute. Otherwise, it's going to kind of like correct this whole move down, push all the way down again.
yeah, but the news is really bad actually. So the GDP.
Yeah.
So definitely right now only look for buys no matter
Yeah.
what gold is doing.
Literally. Buyers. And then at this point, we've had that pullback as well, right? This was the pullback. This candle, as soon as this candle flips, I think we should be good to go to the top side. But this is why I don't trade the open, bro. You need to wait for the volatility to settle down a little bit. At this point now, as soon as I see a nice bullish candle printing here, this is my buy zone as well, guys. Look at that. Remember I told you guys, this is my buy zone. As soon as I see this, I have all the confluences to take it up, right? But until then, I just want to wait because it can start dropping down from here as well. But now let's say we do start breaking below potentially 18 or 121 and start forming some sort of lows below that. At that point, I would see retest, nice bearish candle to kind of like take it back down, right? We just have to wait and see, honestly. I have to wait and see. This can just be a second retest of this area. I have to wait for the volatility to settle down a little bit as well. Okay, starting to retest the lows at this point now.
How much are we gonna drop? I think,
man, we can drop. There is potential below this. We can drop, but until then, good news. We kind of there we go. I think we're starting to see some sort of momentum kicking out to the top side.
yeah, Xauusd is good, but it's only by 10K, so it's not numbers that really change much. If you look at the GDP numbers, last quarter we grew about 6.7%. In this quarter, we only grew 2%, which is really horrible for the dollar. So I think that GDP news is really going to overcome unemployment because unemployment comes every week.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a fair point. Yeah, we just print money. Yeah.
First rejection starting to form higher highs in a way at this point now. If we can start respecting this area, honestly, I think we can take it all the way up. If we can start respecting this area, you can really see that happening. Because look, at this point, there is volatility. This is a volatile session. News kicked in. And if it was to go down and we're respecting this area, this is also my buy area. I'm executing on a buy position, man. Honestly. I kind of wanted to break these highs though, or at least see something nice though. Maybe something like this, keeping the stops below this, aiming for the 121, because this can just be the pullback candle and next can just start engulfing everything to the downside. You are looking for buy? Yes, I'm looking for buy right now. I'm not looking for sells. I'm looking for buy. This is my pullback area. So if we respect this area, if it starts showing me some sort of momentum to the top side, I'll take it. That's my analysis. So yes, I'm looking for buys. But if we start breaking this, pull back to this area, another momentum candle to the downside, I'll take it down. I'm fluid in the market, but right now I'm looking for buys. We haven't cleared this area. As I said, this is the area where I am looking for buys from. So yeah, at this point, look at this candle, bullish candle. Next one, retest, pullback candle. If this one starts breaking these highs with momentum, I think we can take it back up, but just have to wait and see, right? This is the new 5-minute open as well at this point. Like this area, bullish candle closing back above. Next one, retested the area at this point, closing decisive. And now what business does it have breaking the highs? It's gonna go up, right? So I'm even gonna look to execute on a buy position here, guys, kind of like up here, taking it up to the 1-to-1 area, partial TP at 1-to-1. I'm executing on a buy position here. I'm gonna secure about 80% at 1-to-1. So yeah, I have a buy position running here now. At this point, I'm gonna look to scale in. Right now I've gone in with one tiny position because I have some profit secured from earlier on. The position's literally right here. So yeah, aiming for the 1-to-1 first, and stop loss is just below this wick here. And so let's see how it plays out. I'm in this position now. I'm gonna secure 80% and let the rest do some damage if it pushes up and goes to my TP. And let's see how it works out. Let's see how it works out. Sticking to my analysis, guys, I saw, look, at this point now, got bullish candle kind of like closing back above. First attempt to break down, second attempt to break down, next one again, indecisive candle. You're starting to see bearish momentum starting to exhaust at this point. Next one retested, engulfing everything to the left, still respecting this area at this point now. Because the drop was very explosive, the pullbacks can be very explosive as well. So I'm expecting the pullback, even if it is a pullback, and then we're going to form some sort of double up here, or even up there. I'm expecting the pullback to give me my 1-to-1. And then at that point, guess what? I'm done for the day. It's as simple as that. And there we go. We're up about 10 pips at this point now, guys. Very nice push up to the top side. Soon I will make it risk-free. Let me just see another nice push up, and I'll also be showing my MetaTrader 5. Let me just focus right now, manage my positions. This is my second trade at this point now for the day. So if it works out, lovely. I'm expecting some sort of pullbacks from this area. So if I don't see a pullback and we start ripping through this, at that point, I'm going to make it risk-free. So until then, I'm looking to manage this position at this point. Because look, at this point, you're starting to break these highs as well. Look, price retested this, and at that point, you got another push down, right? And so now you're starting to stay above this. You get a nice close above this. That's another confidence to take it back up. Literally, like literally. Let's see how it plays out though. It is a volatile session. So the 1-to-1s will literally be, my 1-to-1 will literally be like right here. So yeah, you guys can see the position is not very big whatsoever. It's a tiny position. At this point now, this should become your retest, and it should respect this structure here. So I want to see this area here being respected at this point now. This should be the pullback candle and a massive rejection to the top side, because I'm really not interested in any sort of sells today, honestly. And we should start forming our new high over here, but it needs to pull back, right? Look, you got 1, 2, 3 bullish candles. At this point now, they should have some sort of pullback, kind of like retesting this resistance, start breaking those highs straight to the TP at that point. That's what I'm looking for. So I want this next candle to just engulf everything to the left, right? I want to see momentum kick in and it goes straight to the TP. That's what I'm looking for. Because look, this one closed with a rejection at this point as well. So now, guys, something like this, you just got to let it play out, honestly. Right now, the conferences are on our side. Top-down analysis, when I did that, I was expecting something like this. It played out and I executed on it. I know that I am a profitable trader when I do trade this strategy. So this is just me trading my strategy. There are no emotions involved. So now I know that this area should be respected, because at this point now, honestly, there are no confluences to the downside still. And as I said, even the pullbacks, they need to kind of be a little bit aggressive, because the push down was very aggressive. It literally pushed down how many pips? About 68 pips. So this is kind of just your pullback. Even if it is a pullback, it needs to come to the top side, right? And then from there start to reject if it wants to reject, and I'll take on my 1-to-1 at that point. So lovely days, happy days, I mean, for me. But let's see what happens. At this point, this is an undecisive candle. Next one's starting to go bearish at this point now. So let's see what happens. I got 2 trades for the day. After the session starts, this will be my first trade. This one I'm going to let it play. This one needs to come down a little bit more, kind of like retest this structure, and I want to see a massive rejection. I might look to scale in, because I haven't gone in with 1% risk on this trade just yet. I'm risking about 0.6% on this trade, because the volatility was very aggressive, starting to settle down a little bit more. But again, I want to wait for those extra confirmations to put the full risk on the table, basically, because it can very easily wake me up. That's the issue, because Main wick is all the way down there before we started the structure from, right? So I'm expecting this area to be respected, but again, if it wants to come all the way down and retest the main wick, form a double bottom here, at that point it can wick me out, but most probably this area should be respected, to be honest. And then from here we should start forming new higher highs. This is a very nice rejection candle at this point as well. So if we can start breaking these highs at this point now, I'm expecting a lot of momentum to the top side, a lot of momentum, honestly. Let's see if we can see some sort of momentum kick into the top side at this point now. I want to see a nice engulfing bullish candle, kind of like breaking out of all of these highs that we have formed on the minute time frame at this point now, because this is your structure on the minute time frame, right? These are the highs and these are the lows down there. So at this point now, we're respecting the lows at this point now, starting to form a new high at this point as soon as we start breaking these highs over there. So let's see if we can form that. The candles are struggling to go up a little bit because the volatility is lacking, but you gotta understand, you've got another 4 minutes left for the new 15-minute to open. As soon as you get the new 15-minute opening, at that point you'll get more volatility kick into the markets, the new 15 minutes. So yeah, we just have to wait for that. But yeah, look at that, very nice rejection. Try to push down again, very nice rejection. This candle is undecisive at this point now. So yeah, let's see what happens. If it breaks to the downside, you have the room to the downside again. If it breaks to the top side, it's coming all the way up to the resistance. Are you guys in anything, buys or sells, or just waiting for more momentum to kick in? What about you, David? Did you secure your position or take any other positions?
My previous one got stopped out at break even, but now I'm at the same position as you are.
Okay. In for buys. Nice. Yeah, this just need a little bit more volatility to kick in. The only issue that I have with this position, why I didn't go in with a lot of risk, is because this wick right here. Because what gold likes to do is it likes to do those deeper retests, right? So it can wick me out potentially, because this is the wick. The lows are all the way down there, but do I really want to, let's be realistic, do I really want to keep this as my stop loss? That's very big, right? So I'm expecting my key area right here to be respected. I don't want to see price kind of like breaking below this, because look, this is literally like 10 pips below my key area. So at this point now, if gold needs to push up, it should start respecting my lows. But if it starts breaking these lows at that point, I'm just waiting, man, for me, because I do have more risk on the table. But yeah, I'll definitely take out this position below this area though. I'm not holding this all the way to that area, no way. This is a very, very massive stop loss. This area should be respected, in my opinion, if we're going to push up, because this is a key area, as we've seen. Even if we go down to the other charts, we can see literally this area should be respected. See that, right? We should respect this area. Look, we're still rejecting this area at the moment, and then from here, if we can start forming more higher highs and higher lows, at that point we can take it back up. We got another 15-minute coming, 15-minute candle opening in like the next minute. So yeah, let's see what happens. With that, you're gonna get more volatility kicking in, hopefully forming that bottom wick at that point, taking it back up. But if it does start to consolidate at this point, another thing is the lows are all the way down there, so this can kind of become the range, right? At that point, I would not look to take any sort of trades within the range. I'll just wait for the range to break. But right now, I'm really happy with this buy setup up here. I have a buy position right here. Right now, I'm really happy. If he wants to push down, no problem. No big deal. Part of the game. Let's just see. Time shall tell us. Another minute left. Because look, at this point, this was your first rejection now, came all the way back up. This was our buy zone, started to form a resistance here. At this point, you're starting to see more momentum to the downside, kick in. So this is the 15-minute open now. This will either drop down or push up, either way, right? If it does start to drop down below this, I'll take on my position below this area. I'll take on my buy position. And then I'll scale back in, but right now I'll be safe and take it out. It's all about managing your risk. At this point now, I can manage my risk if I take it out right here. You know what, guys? I'm going to take this position out now, and I'll scale back in later just to manage my risk a little bit. Risk management is part of the game. Because if it starts dumping now, at this point, this is the 15-minute, right? If it starts breaking these lows, I want to manage my risk and I want to take on my position just below this, because this should start becoming the rejection area, right? So if it does, obviously this is your first rejection now. We did expect the 15-minute to reject. So now if we break these lows, I'm taking out my buy position, because now we should start printing up bullish candles. You should not see any sort of lows being formed at this point now. So if we break these lows, I'm going to take out my buy position. Until then, I'm expecting momentum to the top side. At this point now, this becomes risk management. It doesn't make sense for me to hold a buy position if we break these lows. But from this point on, look, we're going back up to our area now, and you want to start seeing more momentum to the top side at this point. Let's see how it plays out. But otherwise, look, this becomes a retest. If it breaks these lows, I'm out of this trade. Okay, it's coming back, and I'm gonna take on my trade here if it breaks these lows. All right, I'm taking on my trade here, guys.
I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out as well. I'm taking at this. Oh, there we go. Oh, hold up. My trade has not been taken out just yet. What's happening? I was stop loss as well. I made a trade of 5 bugging or something. What's happening here?
Yeah, it took me like more than 10 seconds to
Whoa.
execute the trade, even more.
Okay, it did take me out. I don't know what's happening, because my MetaTrader 5 just froze. What the hell?
Yeah,
Okay.
mine as well. Just didn't want to, you know,
Yeah,
the
yeah, see?
order.
At this point, this was risk management. Look, now, if you held this trade, look at that drop, man. This is what you call risk management, right? Hey, take out your trades. Don't be, look, at this point now, you've lost what you intended to lose at this point now. This is how you manage your risk. And now we'll look to scale back in if we see some sort of better confirmations. But this was the area I was like, look, you can expect a rejection from. We did get a rejection from this area. But otherwise, look, prices forming new lower lows and lower highs. At this point, you cannot fight the market. Just have to wait. I have to wait. Okay, this becomes... Yeah, I don't know what's happening with my MetaTrader 5, bro. It says I'm down 50 pips, but I took out my position all the way up here. It's bugging out. If I show you
Yeah,
my
same thing
MetaTrader,
happened
look
to
at
me
my
as well.
MetaTrader 5. It says I'm 50 pips down. My position has been taken
Yeah.
out. What's happening here? I can show you, literally on my phone, I can see like the positions have been taken out, so I don't know what's happening over here. So like, look,
That's the only thing that matters.
it's broken, man. Like, that's the thing, it's broken. Okay, so look now, honestly, what we have done is we've started to close above this, below this area, right? We understand this was our key area at this point. Now the probability to the downside has increased. So for me, even the sells do make sense at this point now. But in order for us to like take sells, we want to be like extra safe, right? We want to be super safe. Okay, so we can see this was one of the areas where price did reject from previously. And so now if we can start turning this area into some sort of resistance, at that point, look, sells do make sense, right? Otherwise, you want to wait for the price to come all the way back up to the next area, and sort of like double top can be formed here, some sort of double top up here. But how much is it pushed down now? Let's see. But now we have to go back to the daily candle as well. Look what the daily candle's doing. Because again, this is news, man. It might just be a very deep pullback, so you want to be super careful. Everything's still bullish. At this point, we're playing the game of probability as well, right? That's the thing. So if you start breaking below this area, at that point, you're understanding price is going to come down. That's your understanding that it needs to form a new bottom wick at that point, right? Pretty much, yeah. So let's see how it plays out. Oh, it's finally taken me out of the position on MetaTrader 5. But yeah, that's why I went in with tiny risk position, man. But now I can have more risk on the table. That's the best part. Honestly, I really do like a sell position here, man. If I can grab a sell position here. This was your first rejection here now. Cool. But it ended up bullish at this point now. Even though that was a rejection, it closed bullish. Next one is a undecisive candle. Broke the lows at this point now. But again, pushing back up. Still respecting these lows over here. So I want to see how much of a pullback we can get. Because right now price action is looking a little bit choppy. But again, if you start breaking this structure over here now, we're coming all the way up to these highs, at least 1801. And then from there, potentially you got your buyers on, and then from there you can take it back up. This can still just be a pullback, but just a very deep pullback, right? Okay, this one has engulfed everything to the left at this point now. This candle, look, undecisive candle, bullish engulfing candle. And this one, if it starts breaking these highs, you're coming at least up to 1801 at that point, right? And this can still be a pullback, and you're not seeing a lot of momentum to the downside either at this point. You got your new 4-hour approaching as well soon. So do you have another trade in the tank, but need to wait for better confirmations at this point? Where did you get this rejection from? Let's quickly just investigate. Because for me to take sales, it becomes a bit tricky, because I am very bullish on gold. That's the thing, right? Very, very bullish. Let's see if we have some sort of area around here. Some sort of rejection area or a pullback area. You're looking at the 4-hour. So the 4-hour lows are obviously all the way down here. Yeah, look at that. You have this resistance here. So if you can start forming some sort of support here, I think we can start taking it back up. But the 4-hour lows are literally all the way down there. So we did clear this area with the news. And so if you can start clearing this area at this point again, then you're coming all the way to the lows, right? And potentially forming a new low. Looking to the left. Looking to the left. You can see numerous rejections around this area as well. So it is a strong area. Look at that, another rejection. So if you can start forming some sort of support here, I think we can take it back up from here. This can be your pullback area to start pushing back up, because I'm quite bullish on gold. I think we just got wicked up. That's all it was. Man, my MetaTrader 5 is just not working. It says my servers are frozen. Is that happening to you guys as well, or is it just me? Like the servers are frozen. Literally.
Mine's enrolling.
It might be Ftmo 1796.88. I have no clue what's happening. Because I'm trying to look for a dynamic risk entry here, but it's just bugging out. Oh man.
Mine is fine, I think.
Is anyone else on Ftmo?
Yes.
You're on Ftmo as well?
Yes, yes.
Your server is fine, right?
Yep. It was acting weird when I tried to close my position, but currently it seems fine.
Even if you try and open up our position, it's fine, yeah?
I don't know, I didn't do it.
Because I'm looking to maybe take a tiny position soon here to the top side. If we can start breaking to the top side here now. Because look, at this point now, as we said, this can turn into that pullback area, right? So now this is one attempt to break to the top side, failed to break. This one has also broken the lows of the previous candle. At this point, you would expect it to kind of like start breaking all lows, right? But if it starts breaking those highs again, this becomes a pullback candle at that point, and we can start pushing up. So I'm looking to take a position up above here. It's bugging out right now. Goldie. Okay, next one, candle closed bullish, not engulfing anything to the left, but right now this candle is kind of tempting to go back up. Let's see what happens over here, because this might be just catching gold all the way from the downside. Because as I said, guys, I'm sticking to my bias. I'm bullish on gold. Yeah, I got wicked up because it was news event, and as I said, it might want to come down, retest some sort of lows. That's what gold is doing. So at this point now, I'm really looking to take this back up. I want to see my confirmations. That's what I'm looking for. If we can start clearing this area, some sort of nice breakout of this area, it'll be very nice. Very, very nice. Let's see how this candle closes though, this minute candle. Happening with Ftmo MT5, I guess I'm using, and it's stuck neither opening or closing my positions. That's what's happening with me as well. Yes, it's happening to someone on YouTube chat as well. I've actually not had any sort of issues with Ftmo though so far, so can't really say anything about it. Okay, take care my bro, good luck with your stream, have a lovely session. So what's happening, guys? Are we turning this area into a pullback area, or are we gonna break to the top? Let's see. Let's see. Look at that weekly has retested this massive rejection from this area as well. So if you can really turn this into a support, man, I'm really lacking this to the top side. But we need to turn this area into a support now. Let's see, maybe some more volatility can kick in over here. I'll start turning this into a support area, hopefully with the new 4 over, and then we can take it all the way back up. That's why I'm looking to see, is this going to turn into a support area, or we're going to start turning this into a pullback area? But I'm quite bullish on gold, that's the thing, right? The only thing that I have that I can see is that obviously gold starts dropping to form a new bottom wick, because it can create some sort of a nicer bottom wick, at least to this support level, right? That's the only thing. Pretty much like could push down like another couple pips to the downside, potentially like 35 pips, and then start pushing up. But yeah, we have to see with the new 4 over open, and I'll look to stack up some buy positions over here if we start turning this into some sort of support area at this point now. Take care. I need to change the color of my MT5 charts, man. The candles, I need to turn them red and green.
Yeah, same on my phone. It's okay, but like
yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible on the MetaTrader 5. Yeah, on the phone is actually fine as well for me. It's very nice actually.
Yep.
Yeah, but on the MetaTrader 5 here, it's just black, green, and black and white. Okay, there we go. Another minute left for the new 4 over open as well. If we can start turning this area into a support area, man, I'm taking it up. I'm stacking up positions here, honestly, buy positions here. Let's see how much of a bottom wick we get with the 4 over though. If we can kind of like come down here, tap this, form some sort of double bottom here, and then at that point explosive move to the top side, I would really like that. I'll be a big fan of that. Kind of like keeping stop losses at 96.88, giving a little bit more room to breathe, and then taking it all the way back up to daily highs, honestly. But obviously you wanna take out some positions at 1806, right?
Exactly.
But at this point you have violated the structure though, but not on the daily look, because the structure that we created on the daily is all the way down there, right? So technically you haven't violated the structure on the daily time frame. So this is your new 4 over open at this point now. Let's see what it does. Is it going to start pushing down over here, or turn this area into a pullback area, or we're going to form some sort of support here? If you can form a support here, within the uptrend on the daily time frame, this becomes a pullback, very volatile pullback because of the news event. And if we can start forming a support here, honestly, I think we can take it all the way back up. I'll give this a second try, the buy position, but honestly with the sells, I'm not a big fan whatsoever right now. It can very well work out, as I said, like, you know, the bottom wick needs to be created, a little bit of a bigger bottom wick. But look at the weekly candle, there is a bottom wick, and this weekly candle has done nothing whatsoever. Let's see what happens though. Okay, at this point now, you're getting the 4 hour pushing all the way down. Can we start seeing some sort of rejections to the top side at this point? Look at this, numerous rejections up here. It's a very, very strong level, right? And to the downside, we just have 1 rejection all the way down here. So let's see if we form another rejection over here. We're gonna start pushing up. Even from here, if we push up, it's like, you know, you're forming a high over here. Let's see though. Bearish candle, kind of like engulfing everything to the left, but has a rejection from the bottom. This one attempting to break the lows, has the upper wick as well. Has no business breaking the highs at this point. I should just drop down, potentially retesting this. But I think if we start clearing this downside of the range, at that point we're pushing down very explosively. Very aggressive drop at that point. Okay, another rejection. Ooh, buy position. I heard that someone executed on the buy position. Who was it? Come out.
No, I didn't execute. I just opened the calculator.
Okay. Okay, I'm taking one tiny position here though. As soon as we start breaking these highs, I'm gonna stack up. But I'm only going in with the tiny position, so 1 lot right now. So another position hopefully soon. But now we need to kind of like break out of this range for me to have more confidence, right? So 1 position here, another position when we break out of this range. Because it's just a 1 lot, so it doesn't matter, right? Tiny position. I want to go in with dynamic risk, but I want to wait for the extra bit of confidence now. We have the bottom wick look, attempted to break down, forming a double top here. So if we hold this area, at that point we're going to go down. We start breaking this, we're coming down. And yeah, that's why I've taken a tiny position. So it's not even going to affect me, even a little bit. Because for me to take sells right now, man, it's a bit tricky. It's really, really tricky. You can really see the bias playing out from here though. Everything is screaming bias right now. As I said, the only thing I can really see the sells playing out, because we have to create that bottom wick, right? Even this volatile move down because of the news. That's what it was, right? This was the news event. At that point, we got the correction, another push down, retesting the area, this area over here. So if you start forming some sort of support above this area now, lovely, lovely, lovely. But that's the thing, right? Are we gonna form a resistance here or a support here? So that's why I want to wait for this to clear, and then at that point I'll take a nice entry just above this, some sort of nice clear of this area, but not just a tap. I actually want to see a nice explosive breakout of this, and then I'll hold this at least for like 50 pips minimum. Yeah, 50-60 pips easily should get here. There we go, starting to push to the top side. Can we get this entry? There we go. Look at that, engulfing everything to the left at this point now. What a nice candle this was. Very nice candle, right? Very, very nice candle. Okay, starting to come to the top side of the range. Let's see if we can break out of it. You want to see a nice break, not a tap. There we go. Nice break at this point. You want to see a pullback. Can we pull back? Are we going to pull back? Okay, at this point it's pulling back. So it has no business breaking its own highs again. If it does break its own highs, at that point you know you're going back up. So it's pulling back now at this point after breaking the highs. Let's see if you can start breaking those highs again. Okay, I'm taking one position here. Yeah, I'm taking a position here. Oof. Wow, look at this push, guys. Oof, look at this push, guys. Whoa, look at this push. What a beauty, man. What a beauty. Let's see if we can keep on pushing up now. What a nice push this was, man. What a nice push. Now you want to see this get respected. These lows get respected at this point. Let's see if we can. Wow, what a nice push, man. I got some entries. One entry up here, one entry down there, another one there. Let's see if we can keep on respecting all of these lows now and just keep on pushing up, man. I have a lot of confidence in this trade, to be honest. So if gold is not being dodgy, we should start pushing up. If it starts pushing down again, now kind of like engulfing everything to the left, I'm just gonna call it a day, honestly. Because at this point now, it has no business breaking these lows. Look at this double bottom being formed here. It should push up, man. Should definitely push up. A very nice push to the top side. That's what I'm expecting. And as soon as we start tapping like literally 1803, 74, I'm gonna make a risk free. Oh, wow, look at this push up, guys. Wow, nice. What a beauty this was, man. What a beauty. Almost up 70 pips. Almost up 80 pips. Wow. Look at this, man. Look at this, guys. Almost up 80 pips at this point now. Look at this, man. What a beauty. Dynamic risk. Look at this beauty. I'm holding this though. You can obviously expect those pullbacks. Soon 100 pips coming as well on the live stream. Definitely at this point now, you don't want to take any sort of losses though. So I'll most definitely say find a way to make it risk-free at this point if you can, honestly, after being up so many pips, because it can really start pushing down aggressively from here as well. So do you really want to take a loss at this point after being up so much? Because this is still gold. But yeah, honestly at this point I expect it to push up nicely though. Because look, again, it's tapping into this area from here. You're expecting some sort of pullback. If you can turn this area into some sort of support area, man, at that point we'll come in all the way up. Honestly, all the way up. Because again, we did say that cool, price might want to come all the way up here and then from there start dropping down. So if you see like a nice engulfing candle at this point, engulfing everything to the left, at that point I'm looking to kind of like secure all the profits, right? Rather than just making it risk-free, so I can at least take some profits. But again, at this point, if you start breaking this, look, it tried pushing down, it got rejection from the downside as well as the upper side. So like if it starts breaking the top side now, look, at that point you're going back up and then you're turning this area into support. But if this gets turned into a resistance, at that point it's going to start breaking all lows and drop. And then at that point I'm going to call it a day. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But honestly, another nice entry above this though. Tiny position though, nothing big. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, man. I'm just gonna let this play out, honestly. This is when you have momentum. You have NYSE coming as well. So yeah, expecting explosive push either way. Hello, no confirmation for buy, still seller dominant. I mean, sure, this can be still, I guess, seller dominant recently, yeah, but I had my confirmations and I took it, and it worked out really nicely. I was up more than 80 pips actually. And from here, if you can start turning this into a pullback, I'll take another buy, and that's my confirmation again. And yeah, let's see, maybe you're right, sellers can take control here and take me out for the day. But if I see my confirmations, I'm taking it all the way up. I guess we shall find out in a little bit, right? Either way markets can go. We have to be very fluid, we have to be ready. But right now, look at the confirmations, rejections from the downside at this point. And I'm very bullish on gold, man. That's the thing, very bullish. This was just a pullback, man. Because of the news, the pullback was very aggressive, right? That's the thing. And now if we can honestly turn this area into some sort of support area, start making new higher highs above this, at that point, look, I'm holding this all the way to the daily highs. It's just this area. This is the only danger area that I have. So as soon as we see some more structures being formed above here, look, we got one resistance up here now. If we can start creating another leg up at this point now, kind of like form another sort of like support above this resistance, at that point I'll have a lot of confidence, man, a lot of confidence in this trade. And then at that point NYSE can kind of like take us back up. Let's see though, let's see. Just gotta let price do his thing, really. Look at the risk to reward on this as well, is amazing. Look at that, just great. Like, this is what trading is like. There always will be risk, but you just have to manage your risk and trust yourself and believe in yourself. If you're scared and you're like, oh, sellers are dominant, there are no confirmations, you're going to miss out on everything. When you have done your analysis and you understand the bigger picture, at that point, just execute, man, and let it play out. Don't be scared. You're not going to lose your whole account because you're managing your risk. You're being sensible. Yeah, you might take a loss if it doesn't work out. That's part of the game. Part of the game. And if we start breaking these highs, we're pushing up. It's a rocket ship right now, guys. It's going straight to the moon at this point, honestly. If we start breaking those highs, straight to the moon. Straight to the moon. And we haven't even approached NYSE yet. So imagine when we get the NYSE, we can see a nice pullback to this area. We might push up to the next resistance now. A nice pullback to this area and then a nice explosive push to the top side. Let's see how it works out though. Let's just see. I have to wait and see. So now let's see if this area gets some, we get some sort of nice rejections from this area, or we're going to break and push to the top side. Let's see now. There we go. Nice stuff. Let's see. Are we going to reject or going to push up? This can become the rejection area, but if we start breaking to the top side, at that point we should be good. This can become the rejection area right here. You guys need to understand. One rejection here, but if you start clearing this, we're pushing all the way up to at least the next area or the area above it, right? So let's see what happens. And then hopefully with the NYSE, we can get the next leg up. Let's see though. Gotta wait and see. But you do got to keep this in your mind. Now, if you see a massive engulfing candle starting to break all lows at that point, definitely take off some risk. I'll take off some risk and look to manage. So this is the last bit of area as I'm showing you guys, right? Why is the last bit of area? So yeah, make sure you guys keep that area in your mind. Be extra careful around there, because I will be looking to be extra careful here though. But look, again now, if we can start pulling back, start forming some sort of support here, oh man, we're gonna have some fun. A lot of fun. Let me show you on MetaTrader 5 as well, where I'm expecting a support. So look, let me show you where I'm expecting a support. Let me just show you guys. I wish I could do a split screen, but I can't, unfortunately, because of MT5. But this is where I'm expecting a support, 1801. If we can form a support here, at that point we can start pushing up, and I'm holding this trade, honestly. Seeing about to see 100 pips as well. As soon as I see 2.5k profits, guys, I'll close the whole thing and just call it a day. Honestly, there we go, 100 pips coming up. And that's 100 pips up, guys. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Oh no, look at this. Oh wow, look at this beast. More than 100 pips up right now. Oh, I'm gonna close everything as soon as I see 2.5k profits. Close full. Wow, look at this. I'm gonna make a risk-free though. Stop loss at entry. Oh, stop loss at entry. Wow, look at this beast, guys. Look at this trade, man. Look at this trade. Told you guys, look at this trade. And the NYSE is coming as well, so we can expect pullbacks, and then after that, nice push up. What I'm gonna do is close half and let the rest run. Actually, at this point, just close half, and I'm gonna let the rest just run up, because you got NYSE coming up as well. But look at this beast, guys. Look at this trade, man. Look at this trade. Told you guys. Told you guys. Wow, 150 pips up, guys. 150 pips up. 150 pips up at this point. What a beauty, right? Wow, look at this beast, man. Look at this beast. Almost 200 pips up. And NYSE is just round the corner, guys. If you guys took this trade with us, leave a like. Leave a like, man. Leave a like. Secured profits up here as well. Is running risk-free. Still got some more profits running at the moment. NYSE is coming up, and then hopefully with NYSE we can get the next big push. But now you're going to expect a pullback as well. A nice pullback and a next big push. But at this point, guys, look at that. We've secured profit, risk-free trade, running in 150 pips in profits. That's what happens when you have strong analysis. You just have to trust it. You have to believe in your analysis. And look at this beast, guys. Look at that right in front of you guys. Gave out the confirmations, gave out everything, and look at this running now. What a beast, right? Rocket ship. Straight to the moon. 1810, I can honestly see 1810 being hit today. So 1810, that'll be my TP. This is kind of my TP right here. At that point, if I do survive this, because I've secured profits, right? 1810, I'll take out the whole position. But wow, look at this beast though, guys. See that, right? 150 pips up. Let us know in the YouTube, guys, if you guys caught this with us as well. Please let us know if you caught this with us, and drop a like on the stream as well, guys. As you guys can see, we're all about transparency, showing you everything. MetaTrader 5, TradingView, telling you when we are securing profits, when we're making it risk-free, we're telling you everything. But look, at this point now, it doesn't make sense for us to take any sort of loss. You have to make it risk-free, secured profits up there as well. At this point now, if it wants to come down, stop us, guess what? We've secured profits, made it risk-free. But again, I don't want to close the whole thing because I know the potential to the top side. That's it. Simple as that. Whoa, that would be so scary. Now risk management comes into play. Imagine if it was real, I would be annoying. What did someone say? Caught 20 pips off this move up. Nice, 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 guys. We're all done, we're all done, we're all done. Let's just hope we can survive this bottom wick now, and then at that point start pushing all the way back up, potentially. Because I am very, very, very bullish on gold. But again, NYSE will come down, create the bottom wick, right? So it can potentially wick me up. But again, none of my concern. I've secured my profits. Yeah, I'm in profits for the day. Secured 50%. Nice, nice, nice. For me, I'm going to let the rest of the 50% run. Actually, as soon as I see about 1.4k profits, I might just close the whole thing. Yeah, but actually no, not 1. I'll hold it for at least like 1.7k profits at least. Have some more profits from this. 1.7k profits, I'll close everything. Have some fun with it at least. But at this point now, honestly, guys, you can expect to see those rejections. And if you've secured enough profits, I would say like, I would honestly call it a day, or even secure more profits. I would not advise, like this is not advice, but if it was me, honestly, I would not be holding any sort of profits here if I haven't secured like, a significant amount of profits. So that's the thing. I would definitely not be holding any sort of profits here because I've secured what I want to secure, and I'm happy. And now I need to let this trade play out. At that point, my daily target will get hit. But if I just close everything now, at that point, my daily target will not get hit. So at this point, I'm just letting the probabilities do their thing. I know I'm in profits. This is potentially just a pullback, and my entries are literally all the way down there. Look, my first entry is like all the way down there, at least like 26 pips below the wick, right? So I'm happy with that, and yeah, I'm just gonna let this play out. Remember, don't be greedy. Exactly. Also, don't be greedy, guys. This was an amazing, amazing move. We done the analysis on the live stream, gave you guys the analysis. Also, like literally took the entries in front of you guys as well. And yeah, amazing. Now, if you caught this with us, everyone should have caught something, right? But again, this is a sniper entry. That's the best part about it. And we can understand that gold will push up potentially 100 pips in one direction during our session. So I do have that as a confidence. So I will potentially hold this for 200 pips or break even. So yeah, at this point now, I'm comfortable with that, and I'll just let it do its thing. Amazing. My chill stop got me in profits. Today is amazing. Hope all is bullish for now. Yeah, honestly, it can pull back because obviously it's gold, right? But as I said, if it respects 1800, I'm happy, right? Because my stop loss is below 1800 anyway, my entry. So yeah, if it stops me out, it is what it is. We'll wait for tomorrow. Call it a day. Amazing day anyway. More than 100 pips caught today. So yeah, let's see what happens now. Just have to wait and see, guys. Just have to wait and see. Whereas I did tell you guys why I was not looking for those sells, right? See, this is the exact reason why I was not looking for those sells. Literally so bullish on gold. And at this point now, look, it attempted to break down. This candle either becomes a pullback candle to start breaking those lows to go all the way down, or if this starts to get off everything, at that point we'll come in all the way back up, right? Let's see if this area over here, we can start turning it into some sort of support area. But look, literally told you guys, this was the area I was looking to see if this area can be turned into some sort of support area. And at this point, you guys can see we are forming higher highs and higher lows above this, right? So as long as we're respecting this area, I'm happy. I have a lot of confidence in this trade. Nothing tells me like, DA, take yourself out of the trade. At this point, yeah, it makes sense to kind of like take myself out of the trade, but I will be taken out anyway because that's where my entries are. And it's risk-free, I've secured profits. But now we should just start forming new higher highs and higher lows. And that's it really. This is just a pullback back to a key area. Look at this area, look at this candle now. Starting to engulf everything to the left. So as I said, guys, I'm literally holding this for like 200 pips at least. Can I do some sort of split screen though? Look at this beast, man. Straight back up. Look at this beast. Yeah, that's the issue. Can I? Nah. Yeah, I can't do a split screen on this, unfortunately. But yeah, let's just look at the charts now, right? What's happening? Very nice engulfing bullish candle, taking price all the way back up. Look, don't look at the numbers. Don't look at the fluctuations. That's kind of what messes up your psychology. So I've even closed I've shut down my other monitor to kind of not look at the numbers. At this point, let's just look at the trade. What's the trade doing? Retest, very nice move up to the top side. I'm just going to kind of like close my other monitor so I can't even see the numbers at this point now, right? I mean, I do want to see the numbers because I want to close everything at 1.7k profit. So but look at this right now. What tells you take your positions up? Nothing tells me to take my positions up. I'm up 150 pips right now, literally 150 pips up right now, about to see 200 pips to the top side. Very beautiful, right? 1803 then. Yeah, this is it. It's looking very nice at the moment. Let's see if we can start clearing this area now. This was the area where we started to pull back from. As soon as we clear this, we're going to go straight up. Oh, wow, guys. Look at this beast, man. We're going to see 200 pips. Wow, look at this beast. 170 pips up at this point. Look at that. As soon as I see how much profits? 1.7k profits, I'm going to close the whole thing. Pretty much. If I see 1.7k profits, I'll close everything. Close full. But look at this, about to see 200 pips to the top side, guys. 200 pips to the top side. As I said, look, not even one of my entries is up at least 100 pips. And I know minimum I can see 90 pips on one entry. So very high chance I'll see 200 pips altogether, right? So yeah, that's what it is. If you know your pair, then you know you can hold. Because you have that confidence, right? What a beautiful day we had today, man. What a beautiful day. Look at this beast. 200 pips coming. Look at that, still forming higher highs and higher lows. If you can turn this into a support and give us another nice push up, the next 30-minute can pull back and another push up, pull back another push up, pull back another push up. That's what it is. It's just pushing up now. Look at this beast. Wow. Look at this beast, man. 1.5k up. I just need to make another $200 and I'll close this. Close all. Can we see another $200? Guys, I just have a target, okay? I know it's not about money, but I just have a target that I want to hit with this trade to make it worth it, right? Otherwise, it's not going to be worth it for me. That's all it is. But if it breaks these lows at this point, I'll close another half, secure some more profits, right? To be on the safer side. Until then, I really do like this. But at that point, if it breaks these lows, it can potentially come back down again. But should really start forming up new higher highs and higher lows over here. Everything looks really good so far, though. Really, really good. Let's not be greedy and secure some more profits up here. If it starts breaking these lows over here, I'm securing more profits. Should start forming a support area around here, right? Should not break these lows over here. This is where we got to push up from. Have a resistance here as well. Just over here, right? So I don't want to see this break. If we break this, I'll secure some more profits, right? Start breaking below this. Secure some more profits, but from here I want to see new higher highs being formed. Because I'm very close to, like, you know, the TP that I'm looking for. And always want to secure. When you get some more profits, why not? I always want to secure. I love securing. The more I secure, the more money goes into my pockets, right? So what's wrong with securing? Because you never know, you can start pushing down from here, right? You can never be 100%. You can have probability on your side. The probability is definitely on my side, but look at the crazy sniper entries I've had. So if it starts pushing down from here, let's secure some more profits. Why not? As I said, if it breaks this, I'll secure profits. There you go, profit secured. And now rest of it, I'll just let it run. The rest of it, I'll just let it run until I see more profits now. There we go. There we go. More profits secured right there. Because it started to break these lows at that point. I don't know, you might want to push down. So now I'll just hold it all the way to the top at this point. Look, now because I've taken more profits off, I can even hold it a little bit longer because it will potentially push up, right? Now I know they will push up at least to 1810, so I can now hold it all the way up to 1810. Why not? Why not? Maybe even hold it for 300-400 pips. Let's see. Let's see. But finally, guys, like, gold has started to move. It's been so choppy recently. As soon as I started the challenge, I could not do anything with the challenge, unfortunately, because of the moves that we have been getting. But finally, now we're starting to move. Let's see if I can finish the challenge or maybe restart the challenge again for free. Let's see, man. Whatever happens, we'll just take it one step at a time, right? Let's see now if we can get another nice push up to the top side. Again, this was a pullback. Expected this area to be a pullback, but I was being super careful just in case this starts just dumping. But about easy 200 pips, guys, to the top side at this point. 200 pips to the top side. Profitable day. Very profitable day, actually. Look at that. What a nice move. About easy 200 pips to the top side. And we got another minute left as well for the NYSE open. So imagine the nice push we're going to get with the NYSE. Just imagine that, guys. Wow, look at this beast. 200 pips. Wow, look at this beast, guys. 200 plus pips to the top side. Let's go, man. Let's go. Wow, NYSE open. Wow. What a beast. What a beast, guys. Look at this beast, man. 1.2k, I'll close the whole position now because my TP is all the way up here. So I'm about to close the full position just up here because my TP is right there. And guys, at this point, I'm closing the whole position. And that's my trade closed. Oh, my trade closed. Oh, my trade's not closing. Oh, my MetaTrader 5 is frozen. 300 pips. Look at this beast, man. Look at this TP just smashed. So guys, look at the TP just smashed. Literally sniper entry, more than 200 pips caught literally on the live stream. Gave out everything, the entries, the analysis. Make sure you guys join in every single day. 1, 2, 3. Wow, look at this beast, man. Wow.
Amazing.
Very profitable day. But I don't know, man. My positions have been closed. I don't know what's happening. My thing is just frozen. It's just frozen, guys. But look at the TP just get hit, guys. Drop a like on the YouTube live stream. Who gives out these sort of TPs? Exec TPs, man. Sniper entries. Why would they look for sells? We catch the buys. That's the difference between us. Because we're the 10%, not the 90%. At this point now, what a profitable day. What a beautiful, profitable day. If you guys caught this with us on the YouTube live stream, drop a like, man. Drop a like. Look at this beast, man. See, that's what I'm saying. Trust your analysis, man. Trust your analysis. That's when you do an intense analysis top to down, you have every single clue in the equation, everything's in the equation. Look at that, I told you I'm going to take out the whole position there. I don't have any greed. I just have rules that I follow. I've made like my profits and I'm done for the day now. Amazing day. My target's hit. Very profitable day for me. And that's what trading is about, guys. So now if you guys tuned in today, guess what? You guys made money. Make sure you guys follow me on Insta. I'm going to be posting so many things on Insta as well. Literally, like I'll be doing analysis every single night before our session starts. So yeah, guys, it'll be very profitable. And watch now. Watch just gold just push up to the moon. But we've made our profits. The targets have been hit. And yeah, guys, this is it now. Catch up with you guys tomorrow, same time. Again, news kicking in, news event coming up. And yeah, so see you guys tomorrow. Peace. WWW. Everyone drop a W so I can take a little Insta video. Everyone drop a W on the YouTube live stream. Drop a W, everyone, on the YouTube live stream so I can take a little Insta video. Everyone drop a W on the YouTube live stream. Literally on the live stream.